Hey everyone, let's go to problem 32. Okay, so the problem 32 deals with logarithm, and it's going to take a while, but we're just going to solve it, all right? So here we go. You got to remember the logarithmic properties. So if I say log, and we got some base out there, 5, right, the small base, and we have 5y plus 10, right? So we have 5y plus 10. I'm subtracting this with log 5. I'm subtracting this with log to the base 5 of y plus 1, right? So I got y plus 1. And the whole expression becomes positive 2. And I need to solve for y. The first thing that you got to check is that the whatever expression that goes inside the parentheses got to be always staying positive, right? So that being said, we're subtracting two logarithms with the same base. We can actually group this into the quotients inside, inside one parenthesis, a single parenthesis. So in other words, I can switch this into log 5 of 5y plus 10 divided out by y plus 1, and that will be 2. Okay? So, according to the definition of logarithm, the input that we have, which shall be 5y plus 10 divided out by y plus 1, well, this will be 5 to the power of 2, which will be just 25. All right, so let me move this right here and solving this in order to find the value of y. All right, so if I multiply y plus 1 onto the left side and the right side, I end up getting something like 5y plus 10. And then the right side will turn into 25 times y plus 1. So 25 times y plus 25, okay? All right, so moving those terms like quite nicely, we get, or isolating the variable, we get 20y equals negative 15. Now the question, if we read the question carefully, it says you need to find the value of absolute value of y, where that can be written as a reduced fraction. So I would say this would be y equals negative 15 over 20. But if you change this or, like put some absolute value right here, if I put absolute value and if I put absolute value, well, you can check that the whole expression will turn into 15 over 20. Now, 15 over 20 shouldn't be left as it were. Why? Because 15 over 20, 15 and 20 are not relatively prime. So we got to switch this by crossing out those 5s. If I cross out 5s, it becomes 3 over 4, and that shall be it. So 3 plus 4, I think the question was asking us to find out m plus n, where m equals 3 and n equals 4. So m plus n just will turn into 7, and this is going to be the answer.